So if you're like me with LED headlights and eBay fog lights for your MR2, or if you just want independent fog lights to come on with your driving lights without your headlights on, today I finally did this simple mod which allows my eBay fog lights to come on when my driving light is on without having to activate it using my high beam because it was missing a ground for my eBay fog light switch. So let me show you how. So first you're going to want to remove these bolts and nuts. They're 10mm and 12mm. That is to the bracket that's holding the fuse box. Once you have those removed, there's these couple tabs that you just want to grab a flathead and push onto those tabs to release the fuse box from the bracket. There's a couple of tabs that you have to push to release the bottom tray of the fuse box. I didn't have a video for it, but once you do, you want to flip that over and locate this red and yellow wire. And I use Posi Tap to splice into this wire. But I've also prepared another wire with a ring terminal on the other end, which I'm going to be using to tie into this red and yellow wire that is underneath the fog light relay. Basically, I'm adding a separate ground connection to the fog light relay, so it's no longer depending on the headlight ground or the high beam ground in my case because I have LED headlights. So once you have spliced into the red and yellow connection, I'm using this existing bolt that is on the chassis. It's a 10mm bolt. I basically just add the terminal ring to this chassis ground bolt. And that's pretty much it. So you should now be able to turn on your fog lights without your headlights on. Or if you have LED headlights like me, I used to have to turn on high beam in order to activate my fog lights. I personally like to drive with my fog lights on during the day and only have my headlights on at night. So if you want to achieve the same thing, I hope you find this video helpful because I waited a long time to do this because I thought it was going to be a lot more involved, but it actually turns out to be quite simple. So let's see the final result. So this is with the driving light on and fog light switch off, and then fog light switch on, and then now with the headlights on, and then headlights off, fog light still on, driving light still on, and then everything off. There you have it.